the people cry out, verse 38, "Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord." Another gospel tells us they cried out, "Hosanna," which means save now. That's a great thing to say Hosanna, but when they said save now, they weren't praising him as much as they were saying, do it now. Get rid of these stinking Romans now. Bring justice now. Save now. But Jesus knew the fickleness of these people. He knew that many of the people who were saying Hosanna on Sunday would be saying crucify him on Friday. And many people live this way as well. You know, we'll celebrate his resurrection, but live as though he were dead. We'll celebrate his birth and arrival, but live as though he never came. See, these people wanted a deliverer, but they wanted him on their own terms. They wanted a Messiah that would conform to their plans instead of them conforming to his. But that is not what the Lord had come to do. And there are people like that today. They wanted Jesus. There's a song by Depeche Mode that was recorded later by Johnny Cash called Your Own Personal Jesus. That's what a lot of people are looking for, their own personal Jesus, one they can kind of mold into their image. You know, a Jesus that is cool with certain sins they may want to commit, but a Jesus that will love them and bless them and sort of just go where they want him to go. You know, we're in the day of custom apps. You know, we customize our iPhones and our iPads and everything else. You know, we just want an God. A God we can make into our own image, a God that will cater to our whims and do what we want him to do. That's what they were looking for, a God like that. But Jesus wasn't going to go for that. That's not the way it works. People are like this today as well. Sometimes people will say, well, you know, I'm mad at God. I need to forgive God. I think this is crazy talk if you ever say something like that. Who are you to be mad at God? Romans 9 says, who in the world do you think you are to second guess God? Do you for one moment suppose any of us knows enough to call God into question? Clay doesn't talk back to the fingers that made it, saying, why did you make me this way? Listen, newsflash. He is the potter. You are the clay. He is the vine. He is the vine rather. You are the branch. He is the giver. You are the recipient. He is God, and you are a punk. So get over yourself. And don't try to mold God into your image, and rather let him mold you into his image. Now, maybe you're sad. Maybe you don't understand God. Maybe you're even disappointed. I understand that. I've felt all those emotions myself, especially in the aftermath of my son dying almost 3 years ago. I know what it's like to be in pain. I know what it's like to question God, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I can say I've not been mad at God. In fact, it makes me cling tighter to God and looking to him. But I also fall back on what I know about God, and I know he loves me, and I know he has a plan for my life, and I know my son is safely in his presence. Don't tell me you're mad at God and you lost your faith. If that is the case, then you never had genuine faith to start with. A faith that can be lost is no faith at all. Listen to this. A faith that can't be shaken is a faith that has been shaken. Let me repeat that. A faith that can't be shaken is a faith that has been shaken. See, when your faith has been tested and tried and it comes out as gold, that's real faith. But if you fold up at the first sign of crisis or difficulty and say you're mad at God, I say you misunderstood God. Maybe you had false expectations about God. Maybe you need to get in alignment to who God is and start walking with him. See, these people wanted a God on their own terms. They wanted a king for a day. But Jesus was coming to die for their sins.